Yeah, I can hear you. Hello, hello, welcome. That one guy. Yeah. So, what do you having issues with? Like learning wise. I know I'm doing so many crazy stuff on the screen.
Like
One thing at
I'm
a
trying
time.
to I'm trying to like write code in my own software.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
should I just make it like a prototype first and then like get customers feedback or like user feedback and then use that feedback to polish it the software even more?
Yeah. I
Or
mean,
should I
all right. This is my. If I were to make a YouTube video, if this was a YouTube video, and I was to start again, right? If I was to start again, let me go to my other browser. Probably has this. Yeah. All right. If I were to start again, all right. Do you want to make a website? Oh, this is too small. Text size extra large. Oh, website or a desktop app
I want to make like
or mobile app.
I want to make like a I want to make a website.
Website. All right.
Yeah.
Go this red. Make this bigger. All right. Website. Right. So one of the things of a website that you're gonna need. All right. I thought it's sort of straightforward, but maybe for not straightforward. My bad. You're gonna need a domain name, which is already. But first, even if before a domain name, maybe you're gonna need a name. Name. All right. A name. Then domain name. So a name. I know I'm starting from like very, very start, right? A name. You're learning so much. Thank you. Hey, no problem. Tell me guys what you want to learn, guys. And subscribe. It helps with Mrs. Sigma. A name usually consists of 2 words because all the single words are taken. All right. All the number 1 words, all the 1 word names are taken. So you gotta think of 2 words. All right. That's my. I mean, you could go with like crazy words or single words, but the other thing too is also expensive. Also expensive, right? That's another thing that you have to like really comprehend. Like I go to a Namecheap. You think Namecheap will have cheap names? You type in Sigma. Right. Most of the time it's taken or a couple $100,000. Right? We don't have that money. Right? We're trying to bootstrap here. Right? So we want, if anything, you want ones that like Sigma draw or something like that. Let's try that. Sigma draw. And you want something that's in the like less than $12 or in the $10 range, right? So sigmadraw.tech, something really easy. I think .com, .io is a little more expensive now. .ai is getting up there in terms of expensive. .org is still possible to buy. .com definitely not possible to buy sometimes. So you just gotta like figure out a good name to start off. Sometimes, guys, for SigmaShake, I thought of this name in like less than 10 minutes because I didn't care what the name was. I just wanted to move on. And then it turned out SigmaShake is pretty banger of a name. Pretty banger of a name, guys. All right, so you got your name, you got your 2 words, you got your cost of buy. Is it searchable or not searchable? Oh, another thing too that helps. Another thing too, guys, you gotta search all social media, right? You gotta search all social media. You got your what do you call it? Twitch. You got your hey Turtle, took a power nap. You got Twitch. You got your x.com. You got YouTube.
What are you working on?
Me? I'm working on SigmaShake.com. I'm streaming.
What is that?
It's a AI agent guardrails for AI agents for Claude Code and Codex and Cursor, and it creates deterministic roles on every tool call to prevent dangerous commands, to force your AI agent to use specific tools. All the things that you don't want your AI agent to do, it will enforce. But enough about my product. I was teaching, I was in the middle of teaching like how to get started with vibe coding and for this guy that wanted to create a website. But nice to meet you. Nice to meet you for chiming in. Chad. Nice to meet you, Chad. Anyway.
What kind of website?
So he says he wanted to create a website. So I was telling him like how to get started with on the website. Are you talking about my website, or what kind? Or were you? What was your
No, his website. Well, what kind of website's his website?
Yeah. And then, once you have your name and you, I spelled this wrong. Once you have you searched for what's out there and what exists, and you're right. Topic is also another one. Topic is another one.
Like, what is your website going to do?
Yeah. What's it gonna do? Exactly. What's it gonna do? Sigma, say hi to first name time chatter. Hey, Agent Luna Moon, welcome. Welcome. I think I saw him chime in every now and then. Did he chat something?
No,
Oh.
Kevin hasn't talked since I got here.
Oh. This guy just says I'm learning so much. Thank you. All right.
Oh, is he not talking in voice? See in chat?
Wait, are you streaming on Twitch right now?
Yeah, I'm streaming.
I'm streaming.
All right. So you got your name, you got your topic, you got keywords. My thing, like Sigma, it's common in my security industry. I'm girl. Don't say that you're a girl. Never say that you're a girl on the internet. But yeah, you're welcome. Pro tip: never say you're a girl on the internet, ever. Always mark yourself as boy or male on every website. It prevents targeting and ads and stuff. Oh, why? Because a lot of men and people are very mean on the internet, and they'll crush you. People are gonna target you. No, I'm just saying when you go on a website, don't say those things. Don't say your age. Don't say your gender. Don't say your location. Don't send them your IP address. Don't click on their websites. It all has tracking. Starting targeting. Don't do those things. Don't dox yourself. Don't say anything about you when you're on the internet. But saying hi is fine. They'll be like mean to me or something. No, there's predators on the internet. They target people like you that are friendly and will say all their information just like that on the internet. Birthday is today. I'm really sweet. Don't say your birthday is today either. Don't say your birthday is today either. I thought my channel's for adults only. What happened? Oh wait, I don't have that filter on Twitch. Whoops. Well, welcome. Anyway, let's say you have your keywords and your topics. Not a kid. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You don't need to say that either. You don't need to say that either. You're leaking too much information. I say that to all the people that come in here for some reason. Guys, I don't know what it is, but the Zoomers, they like to say, I think it's because of Roblox or something, where they say, you know, my name is this, but I turn this and blah blah blah. Or I turn. All right, all right. You're pretty old enough. Okay. I think all my that's good. There's no young high school people that join my stream sometimes. I tell them to go to sleep. Saying all the things wrong, you're messing up big time. Yeah. Messing up big time. Where are you from? Hey. All right, we got. I was gonna make a YouTube video on this, but now we have to cut stuff out. All right. So we got our names. We got our names. It's like she's an AI or something. Answers every single question mentioned to her. Anyway, you got your topics. You got your name. Hopefully you picked one that isn't taken. You got your domain. And there's several other domain sites that exist. Right? There's like several providers provide this. And you know, I'm not an advocate for any one of them because I'm not sponsored by anybody. And if I were to choose, oh my gosh, stop saying your stuff. Stop saying your name. Oh, is it because Roblox has brain rotted everybody to giving their information? I don't know. Anyway, you got your domain. Or you're searching for a domain name and you figured out the name, it's not taken. And then now, let's see here. How am I gonna do this? You just purchased your domain. You need to figure out. Yeah, you've seen that tactic before. Yeah. I guess for starters, where are you gonna buy this domain?
Man,
I usually buy. What was that?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right, got it. Where to buy? So there's like several sites out there. There's Namecheap, but you can actually buy it from the provider themselves, like whoever hosts your you want to represent women everywhere. Okay, sounds good. You want to, there's Namecheap, there's Google Workspace. You can literally buy your domain from Workspace. There's Cloudflare. I'm just naming some, right? There's so many. But if I were to choose, it'd be between Google and Cloudflare. But right now I buy it from Namecheap. Because before, domains used to be very expensive, like extremely expensive. And or not Google, is it console.google.com? I forgot, or cloud? Forgot. Google domain something. Google domains. Squarespace. What? Buy domain on Google. Workspace. I only say buying a domain on Google is, this probably isn't it, guys. I'm trying to find it, sorry. Cloud? Console? Oh, found it. Console.cloud.google.com. Alright. I only say to maybe purchase a domain on Google is because you could easily translate. This isn't even it, guys. I'm trying to figure it out. Buy domain on Google GCP. Hello, welcome. Register domain. Is it this one? All right, here. I only say this. Okay, we're in this project. And could I buy a domain? Where do I buy my domain? It's here somewhere, guys. I'm not making it up. It's not. It's domain mapping. What the heck? My Chrome just crashed. Man, that was the worst. I'm trying to have some way to. All right, let's try setting up Google email. Oh, all right. Let me just ask AI. I want to buy a domain in Google Workspace to have my own email for my domain. Oh my gosh, there's something wrong with my Google or voice too. Some. Trying to multitask. Okay, here, Google Workspace registration page. All right, here, I'm not making this up. So I guess I went on the wrong page or something. And so you could create a custom email from your own domain, or you can convert your Gmail address to a domain that you could use. And try it, no cost. So you could have your own, like, you know, name at yourcustomdomain.com, and you could easily have email support as well. But I'm not doing that. I'm doing some other hacky thing that doesn't cost any money. But that's what you gotta think about when you're choosing your provider. And so there's several perks on all these services. Like, one is just buying the domain, and then you have to also consider like email stuff too. Consider email, how to get the @email.com, and then because ideally when you have your website SigmaShake.com, you want to have like a custom one, like Sigma at SigmaShake.com, user at SigmaShake.com, blah blah blah, right? So you have to consider that. Most of these might not have that option, but Cloudflare seems to be very generous on supporting a lot of things on how to get started. I wish I would get sponsored by Cloudflare. Jeez. They have so much to help. One thing good about Cloudflare, guys, is it costs nothing to sign up. Let me log in. Wait, I might be logged in my other browser. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm logged in. Yeah, so when you sign up your account, guys, it's free. Right, you could sign in, you could create your own website and stuff at literally no cost, and the only time you'll ever need to pay is if you have more than like 100,000 requests per day. Most of the time, you're not going to have that many requests going to your sites. And so I have almost like, I have 60 plus services. And you know, getting only charged like $5 a month is pretty worth it. And for $5, man, it's a lot. And what's great is what do you call it? Cloudflare supports all this AI native stuff. If features, just ask your AI to create something on Cloudflare and it will do it. Same thing with Vercel. Vercel is the same way. These two companies right here, they're like the ideal vibe coder you know, solution. Ideal for vibing. All right. They offer very, very generous, like, you could literally have your Chaz broken. All right. Chaz broken. Karax. Yo. Hey. Sorry, guys. Chaz broken. Did you break chat? Did somebody break chat? Let me update the OBS source too. Probably OBS OBS chat overlay needs a refresh, maybe. All right, try saying something now. Can you say something?
Yeah.
Oh no, I meant on the chat. I meant on the chat. Unk did not just blame my browser source element. Oh my goodness. I need to refresh. Uh-oh. Something broke, guys. I mean, I see your messages. They're just not showing up in the what do you call it? The chat overlay source. Brother, it's your agents. Ah, you're right. It's my agents. I mean, let's see. Yeah, I don't see it on the screen either. It's broken. Navi broke something. All right, guys, I'll get. Oh, I'm at 100% too. I won't be able to fix this. I won't be able to fix this without the rate limit reset. But maybe I'll just, you know, I'll change my model to something lower. Effort, medium. Mono, update, fix, my OBS chat overlay source. Wait, I know something was working on my overlay. VCS fix. Mad God, no. Token usage. No. Hair update? No. Oh, guys, is my hair updated? Let me see. RTP remains blocked. Live. Can't do the migration without going offline. That's lame. 9. Dang it. I'll just make a effort to fix it. Not showing messages. OBS chats. I even restarted the chat. All right. I have a principal engineer working on it. Okay. Principal engineer, and then I'll open up my browser. I'll open up a browser to see chat in the meantime. Stream manager. Okay. All right. Back to it. Back to it. All right. Yeah, I see the chat. I'm just trying to edit this layout and remove whatever it is they add by default. All right. Okay. So we got our I can see your chat. Coincide with your Chrome crash, your Oh yeah, the Chrome crash. The Chrome crash, the Let's check our vitals. Let's check our vitals. Maybe we have too much windows open, probably. That's probably it, guys. Damn turtle, you really designed. Oh my gosh, did you really crash? Did you really crash my stuff, dude? You really crash? Are you serious? All right, let me turn off backrooms. Maybe something happens, but backrooms, something vitals. Oh, no swap. Swap full memory pressure is high. So my Twitch crashed. Let me try to refresh it again. See if it had any issues with anything else. I think it'll fix itself eventually. I just don't like how I have to keep setting up this layout And then it won't let me, oh, I have to click save layout. Create layout? Right, what? Keeps showing up. This collaboration thingy. Save. Alright, there you go. Boom. Alright. Going back. Oh, where did it go? Okay, here we are. Now we just need you on voice. Voice? Did voice break too, guys? Testing? Voice? No, voice is there. Heck yeah, I be vibing. Alright. It's not backstage. Now we need you on voice. Okay. Alright. Going back to it. Yeah, so you chose your name, you got your website, you got your name, where to buy, you got these providers, you buy from these providers. One of the things that in order to work with these providers, they'll tell you to configure DNS, which your AI agent might be able to do. So the first thing that you want to do is connect AI agent, connect to Chrome MCP. So guys, I know everybody has their choice of browsers, but the leader for getting everything to work is Google Chrome. I know there might be some people anti-Google, anti-Chrome, whatever, but it is what it is, guys. So what this means is you're going to have to install Claude Code extension, Claude Code Codex extension. All right. What this means is what this means is your AI agent. I wish I could have like an image of this. I need to increase my library, or actually, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna trust that Cling extension, which I normally don't trust extensions, guys. Very paranoid. But for the sake of this demonstration, all right, for the sake of this demonstration, I will put the risk. I will do the risk. Got Claude. I got Codex. Boom. Boom. Boom bang. Alright, you got your Claude. You got your Codex. Connects to your browser. Next to your browser, okay? Boom. Boom bang. Alright. 5. Boom. Alright. Connects to your browser, right? And then because it connects to your browser, now you could just configure all the things on this site. It needs a curved. It needs a curved arrow. Huh? Boom. Bang. Alright. It's able to configure your Cloudflare stuff, right? So now you could be sort of hands off now, because now you could just send the prompt over. You send a prompt. Send your prompt to your Claude Code. Your Claude Code controls your browser. Your browser is hopefully logged in to website. Right? Or, I mean, the very technical version, right? Very technical is connects to your terminal. Or or it connects to your desktop application. Which then, guys, oops, connects to your browser, right? Right. So everything revolves around being able to control your browser. And it'll tell you to install the extension every time you try to configure this, right? But now that it controls your browser, it's able to log into everything that you do now, right? So now you don't have to do things manually, right? Everybody, is everybody following right now? Is everybody following? Because ideally, the hardest part is probably, figuring out what you want to do, buying that domain name, and buying it at the provider level, and then using your Claude Code and Codex to completely control your browser or completely control your desktop. Or not your desktop, your computer using these tools. Right? So that's the first part. That's what they honestly don't tell you. Usually, you just pay for Claude Code and then you keep prompting it and then it tells you to do stuff slowly. But without this, without your browser, it won't be able to do all the crazy stuff it needs to do even more further stuff. So that's like one of the first, right? I mean, the chain of events that needs to happen before you could like truly vibe code to like publish your things. I mean, the other option is yeah, we're still trying to create the website here, right? So this will register the domain. Your AI agent will configure all the configurations it needs to connect the domain. And configure a service called DNS, which translates IP addresses to a readable name. But I won't. That's too low level. So main thing is you get this connection. AI will do majority of the work for you from there. And then now you just be like, what do you want your... Well, that's stage one, right? Let's go to this one. I think we could go from coding from prompt to here. Now we'll go here. Now you want to be like, what do you want to create on the internet? Right. I mean, this is a really hard question to solve. I'd say I only say this because some people just want to share whatever it is that they want on the internet. Other people want to make money. Money, right? Oops. Let's do this in green. Money, the big moolah. The thing that runs the world, right? Well, if it was easy, we'd all be doing it, right? If it was easy, guys, even if you invest in the stock market, it's a little complicated, okay? I think one of the analogies that I keep saying all the time for the every time I meet from people, like maybe in some other timeline, it seems easy, but maybe you could be that guy that buys water bottles from Costco and sells it to the people on the beach or baseball game. Or something like that, guys. That guy. You know that guy, right? Or hot dogs. Hot dogs. Guys, have you ever been into the city? That guy? Gal? I forgot. There's a gal here now watching. Right? There's those people that all they do is just, you know, buy the stuff, and it's really a game of supply and demand. Right? I might be going on a tangent here for like several things, but overall, like what are we trying to create here? What could be sold on the internet, guys? What is sold on the internet? What is sold on the internet? Well, there's a few answers here, right? We see it all the time in the gurus, right? I'm gonna be like, there's learning material, learning, classes, courses. There's digital assets. Oh, these are all digital assets, to be fair. There's pictures, videos, files, games, etc. There's private communities, private, public communities. But overall, it's relatively all pictures, videos, and files at the end of the day. And some people, like me for example, I have to admit it, is we're making our money, and all of our money is really from subscriptions, right? Subscriptions. And then there's actual software products too, guys. Actual software products. Oops. Software. And then like, oh, I should also include music here. There's a lot of stuff here, guys. In this category, there's like music. Software tools. And the thing about these software tools, it could be tons of stuff. It's mainly just automation, guys. Doing things faster. Doing things at scale. Like an example could be like DJ software, video editing, game engine, you know, etc. If I could spell. Yeah. All right. So overall, like, and then for like these videos and games, there's like several other subcategories. Several categories. Wait, did somebody say something? Sorry. No, that's just me getting a message. And there's, they could be like pets. I don't know, like vacations. You know, entertainment. I mean, honestly, guys, when you're at the age 20 plus, I think you'll find out what you like at this point. Like you probably have something you like doing every day. For me, although I do have to admit, guys, I was super addicted to Dota 2, playing Dota 2. I was playing Dota 2 several hours a day, every day almost. quite a bad habit. But as soon as I started, vibe coding, I started getting addicted to vibe coding anyway. So I made a product for vibe coding, and based on my past experience, security related stuff, I made a tool for that. But ideally, finding out, like, let's do some market research, right? Ideally, overall research. I wonder if I could do this. Oops. Research. I can't do it, guys. I can't. Guys, we can't stress this enough, guys. Before creating or pursuing whatever it is that you're doing, make sure it doesn't exist yet. Or make sure it doesn't exist, or the existing solution is so old it does not work with all the modern stuff, right? So we're at a stage now where like software could be created just like that, right? And you'll hear it on the internet all the time. We hear it all in our streams. We watched several videos on Y Combinator, right? They say, Moat, build a moat. Build a moat. What does that mean? Right? Oops. How long does it take? What is your alpha? So alpha is a term used in stock trading, which means it's your insight that you have and nobody else has. And that's your alpha. It's your secret sauce. And if you have this and nobody else does, it'll be really hard for others to make money trying to copying your same strategy, but they don't know where your alpha is. It keeps changing, evolving, etc. 2. How long does it take to make? Could somebody vibe code it in 1 hour? 2 hours? Days? Years? You gotta think about that. Like, what prevents somebody from just typing in the same prompt in the ChatGPT? Right? And that's why, like, maybe try not to do open source. If you're trying to make money, don't open source it. Don't open source it, guys. Don't do that. Because then you're going to lose your alpha. You're going to lose your alpha if you do that. Right? Because somebody will just take your code, like the Chinese. The Chinese love taking open source code, building it in-house on top of the open source version. And then the person that made it don't get paid. They don't get paid, guys. Next moat. One moat. Community, guys. This is what I'm doing. This is my strat, guys. This is my strat. I'm trying to build up the SigmaShake community. Why? Because you need it, like, it's trust. Trust, a safe place where everybody could hang around and talk about the same things with each other. We see this already with BridgeMine. Example. He created a community, right? And even if somebody copies his whole product, no one can replicate his community. Like, they have to slowly build it up over time. And you know, to get to that level, you just gotta start it earlier. You can't just get instant 1 billion, you know, followers or something like that. That's a really high number, but that's just an exaggerated example. Like I can't just create BridgeMine's app and then sell it and say, hey, trust me, I make the exact same thing but cheaper. It's not the same. You didn't build that history. Right. So that's one form of building a moat. There's honestly a lot that goes into building this moat. And then let's see, what's the next one? We're doing our research. We already talked about the moat. How long does it take to make? How much is it gonna cost? How much, guys? How much are you willing to put in every month, in advance? It's gonna cost a lot of moolah, guys. A lot of moolah. So what happens? What do we need to do, guys? We need a bootstrap. What does this mean? It means spend no money. Except on SigmaShake. Alright. Spend no money, guys. Except for me. You can spend money on me. What this means, guys, free 99. Free 99, guys. What does that mean? It means you try to do everything for free, or not for free. Try to spend zero money and try to take advantage of every single free type thing out there. Or that was a good one. It's free, but a good shortcut, guys, a good shortcut, because we live in the age of software, is you get Claude Code to do everything. All right, you get Claude to do everything. Yeah. Let's see. Quick notice ahead of time, guys. Might have the end stream in like an hour. Just giving that a heads up. I might come back. I might not. I'll let you know. But yeah, I'll let you know. So you make your AI make the product. Use AI to make everything except SigmaShake. Use AI to make everything except SigmaShake, guys. All right. Next, you could actually use AI to do research as well. Let's use AI. Use AI. Use AI to do research. Right? It already has built-in tools to use Google and all that stuff to see if it exists. However, quick warning. Warning. Let's do a warning one here. Warning, guys. If you do this, you're at risk of psychosis. At risk of AI process. All right. Let's see if there's one for that. What's a good one? These all look a little scared. Let's say just do genius. No, hallucinate. Oh, it's not even playing the GIF, guys. I thought it would play the GIF, but it doesn't. The reason why I say this, guys, is because AI is a yes man. Woman. AI is a yes man, woman. It'll make you think you're a genius. Make you think you are a genius. Alright? So be careful with this one, guys. Be careful. I gave the warning. I gave the warning, guys. So that's why I let everybody know ahead of time, guys, that this is a thing. And no matter what we do, what we try, you always have to have some skepticism. And what we could do to counterbalance that is you call it adversarial. Let's make this blue. Review. All right. Use your AI agent to do adversarial reviews of your ideas. Your ideas. All right. So make sure that when you have your AI creating stuff, you make it do adversarial reviews to make sure your idea is worth pursuing and worth doing. But the thing is, it needs to do more research. Sorry for that one. No. More research. Yeah. Needs more research sources. Sometimes, guys, it doesn't research all the sources. Like, sometimes it does some for like Google. Sometimes it does it for GitHub, but it doesn't do it all the time. And then, etc. YouTube. Sometimes it's just not able to do the research for all these, so you have to point in the right direction to make sure it searches everything. Because one missed source, guys, and you could waste tokens like me. Waste tokens like me. I was like, hey, Fable, create fire aura for my camera. And you know, it searched, couldn't find any. So I had to search some other sources like itch.io to get some free resources. And just copy and paste that as a solution. But I'd say well, yeah, there's lots of things that AI is not good at all at doing right now. I could list some, but it might go over your head. The first thing people try to do, guys, is they try to create their own video game, and it's the worst choice of a project, in my opinion. Coming from somebody that actually started vibe coding, trying to make games. It's not good at 3D anything right now. 3D anything, don't even try unless you have Fable or a Frontier model, or know how to connect MCP servers and whatnot. It's not recommended. It's gonna hallucinate, it's gonna take a lot of pictures, it's gonna spend, you know, billions of tokens just to get right. And I don't recommend it. I mean, you might have a passion in it, but it's a fair warning. I gave you a warning, guys. Gave you a warning. No 3D. No 3D. Let's see, not recommended. Not recommended. Oh, here it is. Absolute, yeah. $3D. Not recommended for 3D, guys. It's awful, guys. It's awful. You look at all the games that people are creating in 3D, they're awful. Mainly because they didn't add textures, shaders, using a really crazy good game engine, etc. Even if you use Unreal Engine, still bad. Still bad, guys. I'm having trouble just to create fire, guys. I'm having trouble just to create fire. Alright. Alright. So we have our no 3D rule. We have our warnings to not go through AI psychosis. Do adversarial reviews for your ideas. And yeah, we're still trying to create a website here first, right? And what's sold on the internet? We have our pictures, videos, files, and games and music. So let's step back a bit. What can AI do? What can AI do, guys? There's like a lot of things that it could do, and we're so amazed by like Claude Code and stuff, right? Where everybody's paying attention to, right? I'm not the only one talking in space in the void, right? Right? Sorry, I'm trying to multitask as well. I need a vibe code while I'm doing my YouTube video, guys. All right, we still have a few people in here. All right. So what could AI do, guys? We have, you know, image generation. Image, let's just call this generation, right? And then you're gonna have like several categories here. Pictures, videos, coding, code, audio. Oh wait, audio? Right. So we have these. And you know, you could always, from here, you're tuning, producing, etc. And some people, like me, for example, are only interested in the code. Are only interested in the code. Other people are interested on these other things here. And The thing is, a lot of this stuff is like commodity stuff. Like, I would say pictures itself, commodity. Right. Let me just do this. I'll just do an X. Pictures, commodity. Videos, maybe not so much. Code, also a commodity. Audio, sort of getting there. Sort of getting there. There's, when I say commodity, I meant saturation. Saturated. There you go. Oversaturation. What does this mean? What do I mean when I say oversaturated, guys? I mean that there's too many of them. Too many exist. Too many exist to generate, guys. Too many exist to generate those things. However, even though there's too many for all these different things, there's like, for example, for code generation, there's Claude Code, there's Codex, there's Cursor, Pi Agent, Open Code, Anti-Gravity, right? So many of them. So what's our advantage from that? Don't make any of those. What? Our lesson? Oops. Lessons? Don't compete. Do not compete. Alright? Let them fight for whatever it is. But don't create something billion-dollar companies are creating. Right? Do not compete. You're just gonna be wasting your tokens. I mean, sure, you're gonna you're saying, oh, this works for me, the existing ones don't have your features. You could always create plugins, all right? You could always create plugins, add-ons to customize your tool the way you want. But don't compete. It's just a waste. Because some lessons here. Lessons. When OpenClaw happened, oh my gosh, they don't have OpenClaw, guys. I'll just call it this one. OpenClaw was released, right? Claude banned other harnesses. Claude and Google banned other harnesses, right? If you use them, if users used them, they got banned. That's messed up, guys. All right. It's not happening to Codex right now, but this could happen. It happened to me. It happened to me, guys. I got banned on Google. So overall, don't use custom harnesses. At least that's my opinion. Because something like that could happen. So one is, if it's oversaturated, don't, and you'll know because you did your research, right? You did your research. But now that you don't need to create these things, these generation tools, you could use those tools. Use existing tools. So, you got the Claude Code, you got the Codex, right? Some people recommend the open code and all that stuff, but just keep your wallet open. Stay on the frontier. And try to not get married to to using the same tech all the time. You got to be flexible enough to switch. But you know, test it before switching over. And one thing after you do that, you got your existing tools, you know, you got your coding agent. We're still trying to make the website, right? We're still trying to make the website. This whole thing was just to make a website. We're not making any 3D stuff. We did our review. We're looking at what AI can do. It could just generate stuff. That's just the generation stuff now, right? It could control your computer. Control your computer. So it controls your computer autonomously. So if it controls your computer autonomously, then what are you gonna do? You're going to automate, right? Automate. And that's using, you know, the harnesses that they have, like Claude Code and Codex. You have things like skills and scripts. Scripts, and then browsing the internet using browser. Right. And so you're able to generate stuff, you're able to control your computer to do stuff, and most importantly, you can create software from code. Create software. And this software could do anything. It could adopt to these skills, adopt to these scripts, or use the browser to do stuff. That would also mean getting this again. You could do any of these things. So far, guys, on the internet, these are the main things that sell. Main things that sell. So what could you do to reach this stage of generating pictures, videos, files, games, automating things, creating a community, creating a course, and then software? So that's like, you know, getting your ideas and how to get started. But you know, I already mentioned here at this stage, just having your Claude connect to your browser, it's able to create software for you. Run it locally. You could say here, local, run locally. Create app, desktop, mobile, or cloud hosted. So when you create software, you could create it locally to make it just run on your local machine and nowhere else. You could create an app or desktop, a mobile app, to have it installed by other providers, or you could just have it hosted as a website. And it's either like a static page or a dynamic smart page. And the thing is, there's on a website, it's like what you see to interact with interface, and then what you don't see. Interacts. Let's say, like, for example, calculations. Not calculations. Like handling files and sending them. So what you see and what you don't see. What you see is the user interface, UI. What you see in the browser. Oops. This is a good one. Front end. Uh-oh. Too big. Let's see. I'm trying to say front. The sticker, clips, GIFs. I'm trying to find a good one. There really isn't here. Really isn't any good ones. What's a good way for presenting front end? No. Nope. Not it, guys. Not it. All right, let's just write examples then. Front end, website, page, and then the back end. What people see, what users see, back end. This could be like, you know, how to handle an image that's uploaded to your website. I hope that's I wish I could have a picture here. Pretty much this whole thing that you see on this screen is all front end stuff. Everything that you see is front end stuff. But like when I upload an image, what happens to that image? Is it going to be rendered back to the front end, or is it going to be saved to some database or something, or some other location to be used for later? Like, how is that going to work? So there's several things that you could do. And this doesn't just apply to the website, it applies to your desktop and mobile and running locally. But I probably should have never actually encountered this. This is like what you consider once you chose what type of software you want to create. Like example is like, this is all front-end stuff. This is all front-end stuff, but when you install the Chrome extension, like where does this extension get saved on your computer? And then how does it interact with how to render it on the computer? Some people use like databases, you know, to track how things are stored. Explaining databases is a whole nother like ball game that I'm trying to figure out how to dumb it down, make it higher level to understand. But I think when you're going through all these steps, guys, always ask AI. Always ask AI. Always. And what I mean by this is like, there's Google. Google. Go. Oh, it didn't do it right. Maybe I need to use stickers instead. Google. Right? And one of my viewers taught me about it. Google.com/AI. Takes you to AI mode. And then you just ask it whatever. Right? Always ask AI when you're doing your research. It's like fact checking yourself every single second. And let's see. But always, guys, I didn't mention this first, but what I should have done is start locally. This is step number 1. Step number 2, then you could do the web version, web first. And then once you are more confident in the web portion, then you could do number 3, which is the mobile app. I only say this because web doesn't require anything to be installed, like for your customers and users. Oh, that's another thing I didn't get to realize, guys. We're barely at the process of like creating products, but honestly, some people guys, they start with the customer. They start with the customer. The thing about customers, guys, customers don't know what they want until they see it. Don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. Now I think about it, they need to try it. Otherwise, they're skeptical. Try it or see it. See it. You need to be able to talk to them. You need to be able to talk to them. And it's either by like, in person, friend group, friends, forums, YouTube, there's lots of things. Several different scenarios to find the customer. Find the customer. Some people just start with finding the customer first, and then the customers, then you have some trust with the customer. But yeah, like that's another thing we don't do, guys. Another thing that even if you find the customer, how are you gonna build trust, guys? How are you gonna build trust? Right? Everybody's skeptical. Everybody's skeptical on installing stuff, guys. Reason for that? Malware. Or spyware. Most people don't know this, guys. Most people don't know this. But to educate you and fear mongering, like as soon as you visit a website, loading an image, email, or web page, ads tracking. You have a fingerprint. But most people don't know, most people don't care. But I think most people just care is malware, right? Everybody cares if they install malware accidentally, right? Nobody wants this. Nobody wants this. So because of this, guys, a lot of stuff, it's even harder over the internet. Where everybody's anonymous for now. For now, guys. And what's the secret? What's the secret, guys? I'm having a hard time right now. I'm having a hard time trusting, guys, because of all this stuff. But I would say building trust requires a history. 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 A buy-in. Where, like, for example, we have Turtle here. I'm trusting Turtle to control the stream, some overlay of the stream, and it's built-in trust. Oh, did I have to turn it? Oh, I turned it back on. I turned it back on. Because you know, he's paid. He bought in. He's in here every day. He has a history of not acting out compared to everybody else. Right. So there's that. There's also like the community. This is a controversial one. This is controversial one. And this is things that you learn like in life, I guess. It's sort of like trust is built on like a silver lining. Okay. Lining. Silver lining. Silver lining. A silver lining. What's this mean? Risk. Risk. Exposure. Risk and exposure. And attribution. Identification. I'm making this up, by the way. I'm making this up, but we're trying to build our secret society here. We call it a secret society. It's just a common word for it. And for those who know me, we watch Professor Jang's videos, and we're not fully, you know, believing everything he says. But one of the things that he says in his series of secret societies is how they're formed. And the only way to have like full ingrained trust with one another in a secret society is to have this risk and exposure. In their case, and what he explains, it's like a cult of blackmail. Blackmailing, you know, each other, knowing some insight, weaknesses about each other. They meet in person, right? They meet in person. They do all these crazy things with each other. And they know about each other's interests and stuff. And then if one person says something, then the, you know, it affects everybody type of thing. So like, you know, they know each other's names. They know where they live. They know like what they like to do on the internet or something like that. Anything that is that silver lining builds that trust in combination of history and buy-in, right? So this is all combination here. The other thing that's not on here is just like transparency. Transparency. And transparency is pretty much what I'm doing. You know? Public. Building in public. Or open sourcing code. Sharing source of code. But honestly, you know, open source comes with its thing. You could put a lot of work in it and not be rewarded. That's the downside, guys. The good side is you could get a lot of exposure, and if it takes off, it will get popular. Most of the time, there's a lot of trash, garbanzo on the internet, so there's a lot of like things people don't want. And then all your free data is being trained by AI anyway. So that also helps. I'd say like transparency is probably will get you on the map in terms of finding somebody that will use your stuff. Is just that alone. Because if you build in public, people will see what you're building, and then you build a history. And then they could, if they buy your product, you know, you trust them a little bit more. You trust them. This is max trust right here. This is max trust. Max trust is this thing right here. Uses all of these things. Right. So that builds trust on the internet. And then finding the customer is also, how do we find the customer? So, you know, you already have your friends that are interested in the same thing, right? It's all just interest at the end of the day. And you're probably going to be interested on several things. Forums, YouTube, doing stuff in person. Why does it do that? And so, I guess, can you make something for these people? Probably, right? Sorry, I want to change the song now. The song is a little chill. Too chill, guys. Too chill. Play one of these. And yeah, it starts with interests, and then you go from interest to in-person events, becoming friends, YouTube, forums, and I think once you find your customer, but honestly, your first customer, let's see, first customer, first customer, should be you guys. It should be you. Should be you. It's you guys. The first customer is you. I only say this because if you really believe in what you're creating, what you're sharing, you should be serving yourself first. Because if you can't serve yourself, how do you know it's gonna work? How are you gonna know it's gonna work, guys? And yeah, this is this is how you find your customer. This is how you build your trust. This is how you get your AI working to do all the things to get started. Like what to do with what can AI do, right? It generates stuff, great stuff, controls your computer. Do your research, always ask AI. I didn't really explain how to do the interface and backend that I should go into. Oh, we could build off of this too, because there's probably questions, lots and lots of questions, right? Like we talked about customer and trust and using bootstrapping and how to get your idea. But I guess going into this is slowly going into the weeds now, right? And this is my philosophy. It's not, if I'll give away these secret sauce, guys, but we need some incentive. We need some incentive, guys. We don't have any incentive right now to keep going, and I'm hungry, and I was told food's coming, and I have to stop stream in a bit. Actually, yeah, I have to stop streaming like a few minutes, guys. But yeah, hopefully Beast Kid Kevin, is that your name on Discord? I hope that helps. I hope I explained some way on how to get started. And oh man, I'm not even looking at the guys. This whole time when everybody was talking, I wasn't looking at the stream. So everybody's talking, I couldn't see it. It wasn't working this whole time. I was just talking to myself. Let's see here. It was mainly just no, nobody's on. Be vibing backstage. Now we need you on voice. All right, so nobody else was chilling. All right, guys. I think, yeah, I don't know when I'll be back, guys. I don't know when I'll be back, but I hope I inspired y'all to figure out what to work on, what to create, and hopefully, make that money. Make that money on the internet. I think I'll close it out now so I can